Welcome to our animated Bible movie journey, where we dive into the captivating story of Samson, one of the most intriguing figures in the Bible. Samson's life is a powerful tale of strength, betrayal, and redemption, making him a significant character in the biblical narrative. Born to a barren woman, Samson was set apart from birth as a Nazirite, destined to deliver the Israelites from the oppression of the Philistines. His extraordinary physical strength, granted by God, allowed him to perform incredible feats, from tearing apart a lion to defeating an army with just the jawbone of a donkey. But Samson's story is not just about his might. It also highlights his vulnerabilities. His relationships, particularly with Delilah, reveal how personal weaknesses can lead to downfall. As we explore this animated retelling, we aim to engage viewers of all ages, making the lessons of Samson's life both entertaining and educational. Understanding Samson's strengths and weaknesses is crucial, as it teaches us about the complexities of human nature and the importance of faith. Through this story, we learn that even the strongest among us can falter, but there is always a path to redemption. So, join us as we unravel the life of Samson, filled with action, emotion, and valuable lessons that resonate even today. The story of Samson begins with a miraculous birth that sets the stage for his extraordinary life. Samson's parents, Manoah and his wife, were unable to conceive, living in a time of great oppression under the Philistines. One day, an angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah's wife, delivering the incredible news that she would bear a son. This divine encounter was not just a promise of a child. It came with specific instructions. Their son was to be a Nazirite from birth, which meant he would be dedicated to God, abstaining from wine, unclean foods, and avoiding contact with the dead. This vow was significant, as it symbolized Samson's unique role in God's plan. Being a Nazirite meant he was set apart for a divine purpose, destined to lead the Israelites to freedom. The angel's message emphasized that Samson would begin to deliver Israel from the Philistines, highlighting the theme of destiny that runs throughout his life. As we delve deeper into Samson's story, we see how this miraculous birth and the prophecy surrounding it shaped not only his identity, but also the fate of his people. Samson's life serves as a reminder of the power of divine purpose and the importance of fulfilling one's calling, even amidst challenges and temptations. Samson's incredible strength is one of the most captivating aspects of his story, deeply intertwined with his Nazirite vow. This vow, which mandated that he abstain from wine, avoid unclean foods, and refrain from cutting his hair, was a symbol of his dedication to God. His uncut hair became a physical representation of his covenant with the Lord, serving as the source of his extraordinary power. As long as he honored this vow, Samson was able to perform feats that defied human capability, from tearing apart a lion to single-handedly defeating an army. Samson's strength was not just for show. He wielded it as a weapon against the Philistines, who oppressed his people. His exploits included slaying 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of a donkey and carrying the gates of a city on his shoulders. These acts of bravery made him a legendary figure among the Israelites, but they also raised questions about the implications of such power. The moral lessons in Samson's story revolve around the themes of power and responsibility. While his strength was a gift, it also came with the responsibility to use it wisely. Samson's eventual downfall serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride and the consequences of straying from one's commitments. Ultimately, his life teaches us that true strength lies not just in physical might, but in the wisdom to wield it for good. The relationship between Samson and Delilah is one of the most poignant and tragic tales in the Bible, illustrating the complexities of love, trust, and betrayal. Delilah, a beautiful Philistine woman, captured Samson's heart, but her intentions were far from pure. The Philistine leaders approached Delilah, offering her a substantial reward to discover the secret of Samson's strength. Torn between love and loyalty, Delilah ultimately chose betrayal, leading to Samson's downfall. As their relationship progressed, Delilah repeatedly pressed Samson for the truth about his strength. Each time he misled her, she would test him, but eventually he revealed the secret of his Nazirite vow, his uncut hair. In a moment of vulnerability, Samson trusted Delilah, believing she would never betray him. However, when he fell asleep in her lap, Delilah took the opportunity to cut his hair, stripping him of his strength and leaving him vulnerable to capture by the Philistines. This story highlights the themes of love and trust, showing how easily they can be manipulated. Delilah's deception serves as a stark reminder of the importance of being cautious in relationships. Trust is a fragile bond, and when it is broken, the consequences can be devastating. Samson's tragic fate teaches us to be vigilant and discerning in our connections, ensuring that we surround ourselves with those who genuinely have our best interests at heart. Following his betrayal by Delilah, Samson faced a harrowing fate at the hands of the Philistines. Stripped of his strength, he was captured and taken prisoner. The once mighty warrior, who had single-handedly defeated countless foes, was now powerless and humiliated. The Philistines gouged out his eyes, leaving him blind and vulnerable, a stark symbol of his downfall. This loss of sight not only represented his physical condition, but also served as a metaphor for the spiritual blindness that can accompany betrayal and poor choices. Imprisoned and forced to grind grain in a Philistine prison, Samson endured a life of humiliation, a far cry from the heroic figure he once was. Yet even in this dark chapter, the seeds of redemption began to take root. As time passed, Samson's hair began to grow back, symbolizing the possibility of renewal and hope. In the midst of his suffering, Samson found a glimmer of purpose. During a Philistine celebration, he was brought out to entertain the crowd, and in that moment, he prayed to God for strength one last time. This plea for redemption highlights the theme of hope in dark times. Despite his failures, Samson's story reminds us that it is never too late to seek forgiveness and reclaim one's purpose. His final act of strength became a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the possibility of redemption, even after the deepest falls. The climax of Samson's story unfolds in a dramatic and poignant moment as he prepares for his final act of strength. After enduring the humiliation of captivity and the loss of his sight, Samson is brought to the grand temple of Dagon, where the Philistines celebrate their victory over him. In this moment of despair, he calls out to God, seeking strength one last time. His hair, now grown back, symbolizes the return of his divine power, and with a heart full of purpose, he pushes against the pillars of the temple. As Samson braces himself, the temple begins to tremble, and with a mighty effort, he collapses the structure, bringing down the roof upon himself and the gathered Philistines. This destruction is not merely an act of vengeance, it symbolizes the ultimate triumph of faith over oppression. In his final moments, Samson sacrifices himself to deliver a devastating blow to the enemies of his people, fulfilling his destiny as a judge of Israel. The themes of sacrifice and redemption resonate deeply in this climactic scene. Samson's willingness to give his life for the sake of his people highlights the profound nature of true sacrifice. His final act serves as a powerful reminder that redemption can be found even in the darkest of circumstances. Through his sacrifice, Samson not only redeems himself, but also offers hope to the Israelites, demonstrating that even in death, one can achieve a greater purpose. As we wrap up our exploration of Samson's story, we reflect on the key events and profound themes that have shaped this remarkable narrative. From his miraculous birth and the divine purpose that set him apart as a Nazirite, to his incredible feats of strength against the Philistines, Samson's life is a powerful testament to the complexities of human nature. We witnessed his tragic relationship with Delilah, which led to his downfall, and the subsequent loss of his strength and sight, symbolizing the consequences of misplaced trust. Yet even in captivity and humiliation, the themes of redemption and hope emerged. Samson's final act of sacrifice not only fulfilled his destiny, but also served as a reminder that true strength lies in the willingness to make sacrifices for others. His story teaches us the importance of being cautious in relationships, the responsibility that comes with power, and the possibility of redemption even in our darkest moments. If you found this journey through Samson's life enlightening, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel for more engaging and educational content. Don't forget to like and share this video with friends and family so they too can learn from the timeless lessons embedded in the stories of the Bible. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to exploring more inspiring tales with you soon.